Hello, hello! Welcome to the show. SykoYoda back here with another adventure in Minecraft, and today I'm showing you a lot of progress on the whole here. We've been digging this stuff out quite a bit lately. Had a couple of late nights just dinking around with the other derps and enjoying company. We got to this level with all of us on here that I'm standing on, and then Waterbear's been working on the rest of this because, as we said, it's going to go much faster the lower you get, and that is definitely the case. It's looking really good. He's decided to make a couple of decisions on this as he's going along. We're going to have this wall that's existing currently. We're going to keep that in place to some extent. Kind of creating a barrier, if you will, between this layer and that. But to get the radiuses in place, essentially what we're going to do is go in and manipulate one true radius, like in the half of that, and then we'll blend in between and leave the wall at that location. Probably end up doing the same thing down below. Haven't talked to him about that directly yet, so I don't know if that's his plan, but should work out well. And as you can see, we have the zombie spawner basically sitting right on the platform, and then the same thing will apply to right around here somewhere was a spider spawner. Oh, it's right there next to that glowstone block, right underneath the brick there, I believe. So he'll have a couple of just standing or walking farms, I guess. Talked to you a little bit about that in the last episode, where essentially you could just make those into traps, and that will drop bones and that will drop string. So he'll have plenty of wool and bone blocks to build with or trade or what have you. Today, first of all, I finished off the blending of this over. I don't know if I can get a good view of it. There was that flat spot over there. Kind of blended that in, made it look a little bit more natural. Didn't spend a lot of time building it up or anything like that. It just looks a little bit better. And then also blended that section in right there, as you can see, make it look a little bit more natural as well. Sometimes the generic spawning of the terrain doesn't look like it's a generic spawn, and so you have to kind of manipulate it a bit. But I want to work on finishing this stuff off today because a two-parter. One, my time here digging the hole is just about at an end, and that means that I'm ready to move on, which is going to be good timing because the second part of that is that 111 should be out fairly soon, and the deciding factors on what's going on for me finding a base location and stuff could be in place, here pretty quickly. I might find a mountain once we expand the map a little bit. We'll have to wait and see. But as 111 comes out, plan on seeing us go to the end to experience that, so also we can start working with shulker chests and stupid skeleton horses are everywhere, man. That'll be fun and entertaining to mess around with that and figure out exactly what to do with all of the changes that are coming out. There's a lot of changes that I think personally are going to completely change the game once the community learns how to utilize some of the stuff that's coming out. I'm expecting to see some really amazing things come out of all of that. It'd be very cool to see what exactly does. Okay, so as you saw, I put in the steps, got my way up here, basically figured out I'm going to do the same blending as I did before, but something that didn't dawn on me until I was digging that out and we were looking over at the map and seeing what you could and couldn't see in the ground. Like there's coal, andesite, diorite, all that stuff showing up the way it did. I decided to blend in more of this, and I think that a good blending block that wasn't used is the andesite here. This will allow us to get rid of some of the extra cobble, because there's a lot of cobble in places. Like right here is 2 pieces. Go like this and take that out. And along with that, that also gives us an ability to kind of get rid of some of this overused, what do they call that? Coarse dirt. So I'm going to do that real quickly in a section here. Let's see here, probably right here as well. Now we can take a quick look at it as we go through here, and you can see it blends in pretty good. There is a little bit more of a blue tint to this, but essentially it's the same thing. Well, it's not, but it's the same like dispersity or randomness as the gravel in a sense. So it doesn't do too bad with blending in that extra little bit there and adding a different texture into it. I think it does a pretty good job of blending more stuff into the mix, which in my opinion is a good thing. Let's go ahead and do that one. Yes, I just dug with my pick. And I think we'll do that one as well. It's kind of nice using the half slabs for the cobble. Like basically it's the only option we have, because they don't have half slabs for andesite, diorite, or granite. They don't have half slabs for the mossy cobble, or the mossy stone brick for that matter. This gives us another option that we didn't have before, which is a welcomed thing, in my opinion. You can also see some buildup has been done and kind of blended everything in. Snow's already on top of everything here. Filled all of that in. Remember how much rock and stuff was exposed down there? It's all grass now. Made some rock pillar that came up here. Left a little bit of rock right there just to add some flash and flare to it. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and take these torches down so I know where I'm at real quick. And we're going to really quickly, before we go hit the bed, go down there and take a look at that. I want to give you a look at the hillside as well. We already blended in the other side, which gives us a platform to add some bushes in as well to keep down some of the snow. But as you can see, this is all completed now, and it still was left fairly cliffy, specifically in this area here. I wanted to make it a little bit more organic looking, and I thought I did a pretty good job of mixing in stuff here. Kept my basic rules that I came up with for the blending, and it worked out pretty well. And it doesn't look too much like I built it up myself. You know, it looks like somebody. It doesn't look like somebody came in and cultivated everything, which is what I was hoping for. I wanted to be fairly natural. Oh shit. Ooh. Wow. I cannot believe that guy didn't blow up, and I apologize for my language. That one caught me off guard. I actually got the whole panic, freaked out feeling in my gut from that one. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Well, pretty much got this wrapped up. As you can see, I got bushes in place here. I don't like this one. Don't like it at all. I got bushes in place here. Let's go ahead and put it right here. Yeah. Like so. And got all the lighting taken care of as best as possible here. As best as possible? No, as much as needed, I think. And still keeping really natural flow to the trail, and didn't really mess up stuff too much. This also will basically be the end of me needing to try to mitigate the snow, hopefully. Essentially have enough lighting on here that you can see parts of the path still. I know that a lot of this is going to end up being covered up as it snows type of thing, but that is what it is. We got to this point here. I want to add in a couple more if we can. Let's see here. This is probably a good spot for one. At this point, it just is lighting more than anything else. I think we're far enough down that it's not really going to be a problem here as far as snow goes. And I never really paid attention to the biomes thing. I know you can look it up and stuff. I don't know, for some reason I just don't anymore. I don't really care to do so. Let's go ahead and put one right here. I like the idea of causing a separation. Like, there's a reason why the path goes around right there. It's because there's a bush, that type of thing. It doesn't necessarily need to be there or make sense. It's just in my mind that things make sense like that, and I like to keep it, you know, copacetic for whatever my brain decides it needs to be. I think that's as far as I'm going to go with the bushes, though. I don't want to add too much lighting to make an appearance visible overwhelmingly from his area. This is my build, and it's supposed to be separated. I feel like I'm going to put some more trees in this area as well, probably just to finish it off. A couple more trees in the area here, and then that'll be good. But as you probably saw, I had my diamonds on me, and since I have this Fortune 3, I decided let's go ahead and see what we can get for diamonds, because I do believe the next thing I want to work on today is getting some armor taken care of. We're talking about going in and killing the dragon here soon, and for me that means getting some ultimate armor in place so that I'm ready to do so. We had a conversation about this after Waterbear started getting villagers, and I hope this villager still exists, but you can get Thorns 3. I think I had 38 blocks here. Thorns 3, and put that on your pants, because pants, the only thing you can put on them is protection. They don't have anything else. Putting thorns on all of your armor is just a bad idea, but now with mending being a thing, so we just over doubled it. That's not the greatest, but that's not bad. Now that mending is a thing for armor, it makes sense to go ahead and put that thorns on it, just that one piece at least, and that will really help. Like this here, that really help kind of round out things, especially with the elytra wings. So you put the elytra wings on this slot. The only thing you can put on it, as far as I know, is Unbreaking 3. Then you have down here, you'll have your boots with protection, depth strider, and feather falling, and unbreaking. You can also do the, what is it called, ice walking or water walking thing, which I don't really care for, so I'd just rather just do the depth strider. And then the one up here, you're going to have protection, probably protection again, but I might go with fire protection on one or the other, and then you'll have aqua affinity and water breathing. So essentially that just left the pants, the only thing you could have was projectile, fire protection, or protection, and unbreaking. Well, add thorns to that piece and that piece alone, especially with being able to be thorns 3. It's the same as I don't know that for sure, but it's the same as having thorns 1 on 3 different items. It's not going to eat up too much of the XP in repairing it. Plus, that's only really one piece you have to pay attention to that's going to be draining really quickly. And that's just the thought process behind it. So if you have mending on all 4 of those pieces, hopefully it won't be too much of a challenge to keep up with keeping everything mended. The boots are going to take extra damage because of the feather falling and the depth strider, and the helmet's going to take extra damage from water breathing and aqua affinity, which means you just have these 2 pieces here that would be standard otherwise. But I think adding that in as an extra protection against some mobs is not a bad idea. You know, if you get attacked by a skeleton or zombie or what have you, they're getting damaged from your armor. And in the case of something like the Wither, it may actually be enough to make a difference in saving your skin from getting had. So we'll go ahead and try it and see how it works out for us. I've decided to change a few things up here, but I wanted to show you guys the progress on... Holy cow. You gotta be kidding me. Gotta be kidding me. Progress on getting stuff made or created. First things first, I want to see what comes up for the chest. Thorns? No, don't want that. Let's go ahead and try a book. Efficiency 3, Unbreaking 1, or Sharpness 1. Let's go ahead and do the Efficiency 3. And check out the chest plate here. And yes, you are correct. I didn't... Unbreaking 3, Protection 3. That'll work. Okay. So, you are correct. I did say... Excuse me. I did say that I was not going to do a chest piece, but I decided that I needed to for, like, withers and... Well, basically boss fights. There's probably another Protection 3 in here. There is, so I can set that aside along with that, and we'll put the Efficiency 3 up here. So that'll be a Protection 4. I just need to add Mending to that if I want to, but being what it is, I don't even really need to do that. I could just leave it as such. I don't know, we'll see. The Mending books aren't too terribly difficult to get my hands on at this point, so there's not really any reason not to do that. And then I had other things set up here. Hello. I was going to put this on a helmet and put the fire protection and the mending and unbreaking 3 on there. But I think I'm going to go ahead and do that on a set of boots. So let's go ahead and fill this. Well, I guess it doesn't matter that much. So let's go ahead and kill these guys off real quick. Okay. I want to make a set of boots real quick, and then I can show you what else I'm planning on doing. Essentially what I'm thinking of doing is having 2 sets of boots. One that has the fire protection and one that has regular protection. This will give me a couple of options, but most importantly, it gives me the ability to have a basic set of armor that I wear everywhere. Fire protection is great for that, just in case you happen to fall into lava. And then a boss set as well. And because I have so much diamonds right now, there's really no reason not to do this. Might as well use them while I have them. I can get myself completely prepared for traveling and killing the dragon as well. So, got that taken care of. I think I'm gonna need to make another helmet as well. Never fails. I start talking this time of year after eating, and gotta clear my throat constantly. It's so annoying. So the idea for that, having the multiple armor and stuff, it should work out. You guys just missed Waterbury going offline. I think he AFK'd, timed out. He was repairing picks, but I was in a different location getting levels and stuff so I could do this here. It's the last thing I'm going to do today, but I'll go ahead and show you what I got going on here. Holy cow, I just destroyed both of his anvils with two different things. So I got Respiration 3, Protection 4, Unbreaking 3, Aqua Affinity Mending Helmet, an Unbreaking 3, Protection 4 Mending Chestplate, a Protection 4, Unbreaking 3, Thorns 3 Mending Pants, and Protection 4 Depth Strider 3, Unbreaking 3, Mending, Feather Falling 3 boots. Now, I want to do the boots with fire protection, but I'm having problems with certain things on that. I'll go ahead and go down here to show you what exactly I'm talking about. He might have just actually logged out with all this stuff sitting here. Although, usually the dirt wouldn't be in place if that was the case, so I'm doubting that is the case. I got more boots than I know what to do with at this point, so I'm going to be offering them up to probably Rain and Corbin. I got 2 protection, 4 Unbreaking 3, Depth Strider 3 boots. And then I want to take a set of boots myself, and I got Feather Falling started along with all of this stuff. The Fire Protection 4, the Unbreaking 3, and the Mending is all on there. So essentially, all I'll have to worry about getting is the Feather Falling, and that will be good to go. Actually, no, that one doesn't have the Depth Strider. Let me see what we have for books up here. I might have a Depth Strider book already up here. Let's see. Yeah. Lots and lots of books going on in the place. So there's a very good chance that there's one that exists. There's a Depth Strider 2. Okay, well, let's see what we can get right out of this here. Fortune. Nope. Okay, gonna leave it that. Got the steps down that he's doing on this. He's doing basically 1 out every level, and it's kind of difficult to do and control. I don't know how he personally does it, because every time I try it, I end up having to replace a crap ton of stuff. But this is all he's been doing as he's been going back and forth doing this area, and we're going to do the blending in after the fact. That's also why those walls have kind of appeared. If you follow like a radius tool or whatever, then it accounts for some of that stuff and gets rid of it automatically. But this all still will have to definitely be blended. Simple reasoning behind that is because if you look at things like where we just were at here, this location here, actually that's a screw up on his part. That's a bad example. This location here, why does that exist? So something has, gone awry at one point or another, which is going to happen because as you get smaller, you have to close the radius in somehow and still make sense. This being a square, trying to turn it into a circle, it just, there is going to be situations where things don't go where they're supposed to, and that's just how it is. But we'll get it figured out, and fairly soon, I would imagine. Things are clearing out here pretty quick, so I'm going to go ahead and work on this a little bit. I got a whole bunch of stuff that's going on next couple of weeks. I am preparing for different things. I also have a surprise coming for Halloween, which means that you will not be seeing an episode of this that Monday. I have something else that I'm going to be doing, along with everything else that's going on this month and going into winter. I have added some extra work for myself with that, but that's okay. I think it'll be fun, and I'm stoked to get it done. I'm interested to see what you guys are going to say about it. Is this the corner edge? Yeah. I'm enjoying the new process of working on the stuff for Extra Life, and if you think I'm ramping it up right now, just stay tuned, because it's going to get ridiculously more involved as next year goes on, providing that I stay healthy and everything goes as should. I will be starting a whole bunch of stuff when it comes to that, and really pushing for that campaign. As you know, me being going through cancer recently, it's now very, very important to me to do all of that stuff, and I don't think it's going to change. I think it's going to essentially, as time goes on, I'm realizing more and more how fortunate I am to have the outcome that I did, and I think that there's a lot of people out there that have not had as good of a time or as much of opportunity or as good a health insurance, a worse scenario when it came to their cancer. I mean, there's just so many things that cancer encompasses. It's ridiculous, but that being part of what's driving me, along with the story of my brother and what he went through, is the original reason why I decided to go ahead and go with Extra Life, because they're part of Children's Miracle Network. I'm strongly for what they do for the spirits of kids, and especially, you know, in a situation where they think the outcome is not going to be good, which was the case with my brother. They make sure that he's still able to do things and have fun, and then because of all the funding, extra funding and stuff that he got for treatments and everything, he did end up beating his cancer, and that could be contributed in part or at large to Children's Miracle Network doing things to keep his spirits up and paying for medical bills and stuff that we couldn't cover, that his family, his parents couldn't cover, and really made a difference in our lives, and it affected our lives quite a bit. It left a lasting impression on us as a family. So great thing, Extra Life and Children's Miracle Network. And if you haven't checked out my donation links, they're in the description, along with on the main page of this channel. Just go ahead and click on the Extra Life icon, and it will take you to a place where you can donate to Extra Life and help me get to my goal of $250 this year. I already got a donation from a family member helping me out quite a bit, and I appreciate that very much. And it's going to go a long way to helping me get to my goal this year. But we're already looking towards next year. We're already looking to increase that goal and increase incentives for people to contribute to the drive themselves. And you know, it's not going to be very prize driven. It's going to be driven by things that I will do if certain goals are met, this kind of thing. And I think that's the way it should be. Is if you look at it as a way to get a free game, well, then I'm not doing my job right. This isn't the reason we should be raising money for Extra Life so you can get a free game. We should be raising money for Extra Life so we could help kids out and hopefully make a difference there. And so I think that the way I was looking at it was a little bit wrong, and we're going to go ahead and change that up a bit. But enough of that for now. We'll definitely go into that more as time goes on. And just another reminder, no adventures in Minecraft next Monday, as I will be releasing something special for Halloween. Hope you guys will enjoy that, and I'll see you in 2 weeks with another adventure here in Minecraft. As usual, folks, thanks for watching. Don't forget that like and subscribe if you enjoy my videos, and I hope to see you. We'll see you next time. That was a lot of see yous, wasn't it?